Hey YouTube. Hi, my name is Pooja. If this is the first video that you're seeing, I am the author of The Haunted Wardrobe, which is a Halloween poetry book. And today, I officially would love to say that in the month of October, I've been scheduled to do a couple of book signings, and I'm really excited to say that I got selected to be a part of a book festival. So that's what I'm going to be sharing with you today. I will be attending Louisville Book Festival today. How I got selected, so that on a whim, like earlier this year, I saw the Louisville Festival on an Instagram ad, and they were just like telling people to apply to be selected as an author. And I thought, why not? All I had to do was send a couple of copies their way and then get notified. So in the month of September, I got accepted. I started looking at what all factor because I know that a lot of book festivals also have a vendor fee, but this festival did not. I'm trying to be scrappy as much as possible because I just want to, my goal is to break even, but I felt like I couldn't pass on this opportunity because all I had to do was provide the travel and cost to be there. The opportunity was too good to pass on, so that's what I'm doing today. Also, I wanted to mention yesterday, which was kind of funny because I also scheduled this long time before I even got accepted to the book festival, but I got to see Stephanie Garber. She did a book signing for her new release. It was The Alchemy of Secrets. I'm a early riser, so it was late at night and I thought I arrived early because they told people to come at 6:30. When I arrived at 6:30, the whole place was filled, and they have like different group numbers to assign people. I ended up getting group 8, so I had to wait like an hour and a half to get my book signing with her, but I have pictures and I'll provide it here. But it was really cool. I was just really tired, so I didn't really say much to her. But I did get a book signing and I did get my book signed from her. So you can see right here, there's my name and there's her signing. It was really cool and I'm really excited to read it. I'm going to be taking this book with me and I will be reading it when I have free time as well. But I will see you when I get into the hotel because it's kind of a long drive. Okay, I finally arrived to Lexington, Kentucky, or Louisville, Kentucky, and I'm in my hotel room. I do have a few clips on it. I was actually impressed with the room once I came in. I will show you a few clips here, but it's a pretty big space, and I was surprised that with what I got like a kitchen to cook food and it's actually pretty spacious for what I paid, and I paid like $120 to $30 like a night. So I was actually pretty impressed with like what I got from it. I haven't been to Kentucky in like so long, and I forgot the last time I've been to Kentucky was when I was in high school and I did speech team, and we would go to a specific university in Kentucky and compete. And I forget that a lot of it's very old buildings and it's very there's a lot of foliage. I wish it was like a little bit later. This conference was a little bit later because I can imagine it being so pretty during the fall when all the leaves are changing different colors. So I'm gonna probably take a nap because it's just been a long drive and I will check back in with you. Hey, sorry the lighting is really bad, but it's really early in the morning and I couldn't find a lighting closer to the living room that would work. Kind of early in the morning. I was planning on leaving early. Yeah, I'm probably gonna go earlier than normal, try to find parking, and then just like walk around the city or the downtown area of Louisville. I tried reading. I've probably read like a couple of pages, so I'm like not even made a dent. But it is cool so far. I just don't have much to say because I've probably only read like a couple of pages. But I will check back in with you and hopefully I can get a few clips in before the festival starts. Hey, so it's been a while. I just got done with the book event, and I have a couple of thoughts to wrap up this video. So in total, like, I feel like the book festival was a success. I got to meet a couple of people. I ended up selling around like 10 books, which was more than I thought would happen. And I'm kind of glad that I didn't sell out on all of my books because I still don't know if the order that I made before I came to the book event went through or if it's coming. So at least I'll have enough books because I'm planning another event next week. However, I did have a section for people to join my Substack, so I got like at least like 7 or 8 signatures with that. I also connected well with one of the authors that was sitting right next to me. He is a children's book author. I don't have his books right out in front of me. It's all in my car, and I'm just too lazy to get it back, but I will have the pictures. I will put pictures and the name of the author, but he's a children's book author, and his newest book was Unami, about like a penguin who they eat like raw fish. That's their diet, but he wanted to explore different types of foods. It was a really cute book, and I saw like a couple of other books. There was like something about a bear who sees like a bunch of spiders, and then he's also a kind of a neat freak, so he's trying to get rid of the spiders. And then there's another one where it talks about like there's like a son and a boy, and the father wants his son to wear pants because they're getting ready to go to an event where there's family and friends. But the son refuses to go, and so it's like this huge like debacle between both of them. The son points out like, oh, like granddad doesn't have like pants on. Then you see granddad with like whitey tighties and like a picture of that. So it's a really cute story. I will link his books down below. I also met another author. I don't remember. Again, I wish I had the books in front of me, but I will put pictures above so you can see the author. I thought it was really cool. I really loved the cover, and that's what made me want to talk to her. So I'll put that below as well. I also ended up going to, after the book event, after I did like 10 books, I sold 10 books. I ended up going to a place called Witch's Brew in Louisville, Kentucky. I looked at the aesthetic and I thought it was really cool, and I thought I could take pictures there for like my book. But when I got there, it was completely packed. It took me an hour to get my drink. To be honest, at that point, I was just ready to leave and like get going because they were only serving drinks and I also needed to eat. So I just took pictures in line, and hopefully I can use Photoshop to edit my book in the pictures itself. But I mean, it was an event. Like, it was a cool place to look at, but I was just ready to leave. But right now I'm just finishing up dinner, and I'm just gonna be like staying in my hotel until the morning happens. So the next thing is I'll be leaving at 8 o'clock in the morning, and then just coming back to my apartment. But overall, I think it was a good success. I learned a lot about the publishing industry and like what other people have done. Again, like just to keep you in the know. Like, I'm still like testing out things with my book. But one thing that the author right next to me said, that he's originally a trad author. So he said that the best investment that he made that was work for him was having a literary agent. Obviously, like, my situation is different, but it's kind of like, to him, it's kind of a hit and miss because it is hard to get a literary literary agent to work for you or finding the best ones, but they do advocate and like are able to open doors that you probably wouldn't have had if you didn't work with them. And then also like going to book conventions, which I was very like when I first started publishing a book, I was very averse to it because it's a lot of money. And I was like, there has to be an easier way. But when I went to this book festival, I understand why that is the case because there's so many connections that you make. And then if you continuously go, then you're able to build a relationship with these people. And also, there's just like a lot of like librarians that I've noticed that are coming to these places. A lot of people in the industry are like coming to these places, so it's a lot easier to connect with them. And from those connections, then you're able to build more opportunities for yourself. So, for example, like I haven't built this connection, but like I know one of my like the indie bookstores that I've had that I live by, they have a connection to like Boston or Salem, Massachusetts. But like if I build a good enough relationship with that indie bookstore, there could be a potential of them giving me context to like X, Y, and Z. So I again like I feel like a lot of these things are like cliche, but it is really about connections and how you're able to get access from something from someone or just paying to play like ads. Even though it is saturated and it is a lot of money, it makes sense why people do it. But my book is so niche that I just didn't want to invest in something. I wanted to keep it as lean as possible. But I felt like this was just an opportunity that I couldn't miss. And I am glad that I did it because it's been a long time since I've actually traveled through a car and done a road trip in a while. So it was really cool to see a different city from where I live. And I hope to do more. I am probably going to consider looking at other book festivals and see like how can I fit this in. But that's all I have for this video. And I hope to see you in the next video.